discussing has been aware rugby is happening everywhere.
Abel Musoke, who completes his tackle. Magomu, yet again, finds Angulo! And the offload is complete! The intercept goes to Paul Masandi! He will run!
That should be it! That should be it! Oh! That should be it! Oh my God, Namilango College! Very, very...
As you can see, the podcast is back for yet another episode. My name is Ruben, again sitting in for Louis Semuju, who we don't know where he is, but he's taking a hiatus from all this. With me, two very, very informed gentlemen and very loyal to their brands, their rugby brands. On my right is Mr. Sama Emmanuel. How are you, Mr. Sama?
I'm okay.
You feeling good?
I'm okay.
How's the weekend?
Not that good. It was very bad for me, but yeah, we move.
We shall come to that later. And on my left, Mr. Kappa Kimeze. How are you, sir?
Very good.
How is the pirate ship?
The ship is sailing on well.
Is it sailing on well?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Bad.
Maybe we can start with you on that. How is the general feeling in the camp? Because Pirates has been hot and cold. Do we think we have now have they found a steady place where they can continue going on from?
I think the camp is quite happy. We are staying strong. Tomorrow we're expecting 3 of our great sailors back. That's Isaac Massa, Desire, and Corey William. And I think this weekend it will be a good turn-up for the ship.
Do you think there are still any hopes for the championship this season for the league?
Yeah, we have hopes because Heavens is still unbeaten, but there are 3 more games to come that will determine who wins the championship, because Heavens has to visit Cobbs. Cobbs must visit Pirates, and then the Pirates must visit Heavens.
Okay, Sama, do you think Pirates has the experience and also the manpower to actually do away with the likes of Heathens and Cobbs, who are actually putting themselves in a class of their own from the rest of the chasing pack?
They could maneuver a win somewhere, but them taking the championship, I don't see it.
Okay.
I don't really see it.
I was actually speaking to the chairman of the club, Adraf, over the weekend. And I was asking him, Impis was leading at a certain point. We don't know what happened after that. They seem to have bottled it. What exactly happened in Gini?
The boys lost concentration in the second half. Either Hippos stepped up or the boys lost concentration. There's some way second half never went to plan. We just failed to get out of our territory. But we are going to work on that like this coming week. And hopefully, because we're playing Cobs this coming weekend, yeah, hopefully we can put up a better show and we shall play safe.
Yeah, I think with 10 games gone now, we are at a point where everything is all about the business end. Every point you get at this stage is very, very important. So just at that point, maybe I'll continue with you on this one. The relegation battle. With everything that you've done off pitch, trying to really push the brand and everything, how do you encourage the boys to get what is needed to actually stay in the league? Because I'm sure that is where your sponsors want you to be, that's where your fans want you to be. And in comparison, because right now the direct competitor, or I could say the direct rival is what you guys call it, what you actually call NRM rivals.
NRM locusts.
Yeah, so where do you actually see the wins coming from, the points coming from?
But you see, I have to assure you, you're not going to get relegated by the way. That rest assured, Impis is staying in top flight. We have games coming up which we know you're going to win.
Which games are those?
We have our games. We know our games. You look at the table like this one assured, this one assured. We have our games and they're like
but those are the same teams that you faced in the first round and
you
register until the last.
It was because of the first round that realized, we have just bottled these wins. Let's wait for them, because most of our games against certain teams are going to be at the graveyard. So I don't think they're going to be able to get any win from there. And yeah, we have enough games, at least 4 games. I'm saying at least 4 games. So if we get 5 points from those 4 games, 4 times 5, 20 points. So 20 plus 6, 26 points. You can't get
So it's
relegated.
for
from-
serious math like that.
You can't get relegated. from
Maybe
that.
just cover. I just wanted to ask you. I know this is probably not something you're really concerning yourself with because you're not in a relegation battle. But looking at Rhinos, from conceding 69 points the previous weekend before this one that has just ended, and then actually, despite losing to Cobs, they really put up a fight. What do you have to say about them? And do you agree with Summer that they are the ones remaining? I don't know, or maybe it's just New Jersey River.
I think the battle down there is still going on strong cause I think, to me, Rhinos won the game over this weekend. Because from conceding 69 points to holding Cobs to a 13-8,
They didn't. Cobs didn't get the bonus point.
Then Cobs fighting for that bonus point. The Rhinos boys played their hearts out, and I was really impressed by that rugby. I think they won't be relegated also. So we don't know which team will go.
But Cobs was very disappointing. That, to be like sincere, it's like they have given up already. Yet they still had the chance of, like, I don't know, getting the league. So it's like they have given up already. How can you put up such a display against Rhinos? Because Rhinos, the previous weekend had lost, 69-9?
69.
To Heathens,
Yeah.
and you're trying to compete with Heathens. And for you're failing to get a bonus point of a team. Heathens was able to thrash, like, annihilate completely. And for you, you're just scoring, I don't know, you're even failing to get a bonus point.
I think,
So,
let's not forget it was the derby, so the boys in yellow turned up.
Derby what? No.
Yeah, because I was actually seated with some Heathens guys, and they were actually saying this is where the difference comes in, and they were actually saying it very arrogantly that this is where the difference in the teams comes in, that you need to get the points where they need to be, because they're going to come at a certain
but you
point.
see, Buffalo's Heathens, that's a derby, right?
Yeah.
But Heathens is able to get a bonus point of what? Of that
Buffaloes.
game. But Cobs is failing to get a bonus point of Rhinos, and Rhinos is at the bottom of the table. So how do you explain that? So yeah, Cobs is really messing it up.
Did you watch the Cobs game?
No, but the result is enough to say it all. Like, it's Rhinos. That's the bottom team at what? Of the table.
It's very interesting for you to say that. Yeah, but anyway, let's now talk about the big boys, Heathens. Heathens seems to be in a class of their own as well. So many people, even on social media, are talking about why USPA is not actually recognizing their efforts. 10 games into the season, and no one has been able to dent their armor. So I don't know, what is your thought about it? What do you think Heathen's secret is? Let me start with you, Kappa, on this.
It's not the first time a team goes 10 games unbeaten, yeah. But then I think their secret even is that they play well at night, yeah. So they're using the night to take the
Are
win.
you trying to say they have played 10 games at night?
No, out of the 10, they've played 3 games at night, yeah. And the other games during day, sincerely, maybe the opponents were amused to have them during day, yeah. So I think they're doing well with their run at night, and during day they will be tested when they visit the Cobs very soon, and we shall see if they will keep up.
So you actually think that the Cobs are going to put up an upset despite bottling the bonus point against Rhinos, and they are going to meet a very efficient Heathens team.
I think it will be a good game to watch.
Very, very good game.
Clear
It's
line,
in about 2 weeks. I
daylight.
think.
But
What do you have about that?
You know, Heathens has got a very good pack, by the way.
And
Their pack, I think, it's the best whatever in the league, and it's very hard for any team to match it. So, of which at the end of the day, that game will go down to how the packs play, like the Cobs Heathens game. To go down how the packs play, and I see Heathens coming out top. I won't lie to you, that's the truth. I see Heathens coming out top, but it's still a Cobs Heathens game. Anything can happen. We've seen heartbreaks happen like all over the years. Normally teams win by 1 point, 2 points. So it's possible for any team to take it. But right now as it stands, Heathens is the favorite.
So now moving from that, as we wait for Heathens versus Cobs in about 2 weeks, I'm assuming. Talking about the Warriors. Warriors started the season as they normally do, getting 4 wins on the trot, and then January just happened. They seem to have the Arsenal syndrome. Yeah, so now they have actually dropped to, if I'm not mistaken, 6th, 7th position. What do you have to say about them? What do you think is going wrong?
I don't know what's happening to Warriors. Their camp is losing it, but I'm sure they're going to be able. Of course, they are not in the relegation battle. They are at a safe position, and I think they have gotten comfortable. Because when you like, you feel like you're above the relegation whatever battle, you feel like you're safe because you're not going to win the league and you're not going to get relegated. So the games which you play, those consecutive games you play, you feel like I'm just playing just to play because I'm going nowhere. So if the boys could just step up and they get back to their winning mentality they had like the first round, yeah, it will be good for them.
But actually, statistically looking at it, with the points they have, they cannot be relegated. According to Ugandan math over the years, for a person that has actually played in a team that was almost relegated, you need about approximately 3 wins to survive relegation.
Yeah. And
is Warriors one of the teams you're looking at to
No. By the way, yeah.
Remember now.
Because that game, we lost the game, our first game to Warriors was at Kings Park.
Okay.
We lost that game, 10, was it?
17-10.
Yeah, it was a close at 17-10. We lost by 7 points. So, during that game, realized this guy is just another team we can beat. But just because, I don't know, our stars got injured and then
So now, how is Impies really going to solve that problem? Because listening to you speak, I've actually had one common factor, that the players reach a point and they bottle it. So how are you going to do that? Because in this league, experience is very key.
Yeah, true.
Going forward, to try and seal off the victories, get the results that you want, get the points that you want. So what is the answer?
Yeah, so I think we are just going to work on, maintaining the boys' mental. And maybe we could try pick a page from the South African playbook, the so-called bomb squad. Like you have guys off the bench to come and just take up the tempo higher, just to maintain it, not going down, just taking it higher. So we could try to copy that, and yeah, we can be able to maintain that. Because the game we lost in danger, we led half time.
Yeah.
Then second half we came in and guys just switched off. So we are going to work on things like that. Yeah,
Kappa. Looking at this weekend, Warriors versus the Pirates. The previous weekend, actually, they had been at Kings Park, and so many people are actually saying that Kings Park is not yet a fortress. The teams are coming and they are getting. Actually, I want to break this down so we answer this in. But first of all, what do you have to say about the fact that Kings Park is not a fortress? Because Cobs has won trophies from there. Rams has taken points from there. Warriors almost took points from there. What do you have to say about that, first and foremost?
It's been a bad season as per now, yeah. We're trying to build Kings Park to what it has to be. But you see, in the process of building, when the walls are still weak, your neighbor can just shake your walls and you're down, yeah. But the Warriors team was good at Kings Park, yeah. It did well. But then when we came to their home, it was... What
was the different thing that you guys did that saw you be very dominant at Legends that you couldn't be when you were at Kings Park?
You see, at Kings Park, we had just lost to Rams, yeah? So any team that was coming thought, yeah, Pirates is now a sure.
So there was a problem with confidence.
Yeah, so they had too much confidence, not knowing they're coming to our home, yeah? So when we went to their home, it was just after our Buffaloes win, which was very hard. We had to pull the rabbit out of the hat. But then, so when we went to their home, we were more confident than them, yeah. And we didn't give them the chances to kick, because it's just a kicking team.
Oh, okay. Well, looking at that, going back to, I asked my previous guest from the weekend. I asked him one thing for the first round: who has been your standout player? But he's a very politically correct person, so he avoided the question here and there. But looking at the first round, and now that we've just played one game into the second round, who do you think has stood out for you in carrying their particular team to the position they are in at the moment?
I would go with Alex Atwind of Pirates. He has just broken out this season and he has been so phenomenal. Like his runs. Last time I was watching the floodlight games between Buffaloes and Pirates. For me, he was my man of the match. Like the way he was able to break lines. His 8-man picks were like you could see their meters covered, and his scoring abilities. I only has got sight for the line. It's like those players always strive to score in every game. and he's very hardworking. I see him, he's always like every breakdown, he's always there trying to be the next person to carry the ball. And yeah, he's a very good person. Watch out for him. He's going to be something big.
Do you think Alex has a number when the big boys come back, especially in the back row, Desire and everyone? So, I'm seeing that they're competing for the same position, shot number 8.
Yeah, he has a number because he has an option to play at 6, 7 or 8.
Yeah, so does that mean that Musa Mwonge is no longer in the picture?
Musa Mwonge is in the picture, but like Desire says, you're just a caretaker of the jersey until a better person comes up. So maybe Desire can go to 6 or 7, and Alex takes up at 8.
Yeah, well, okay. And going back to my previous question, who has been your standout player?
I need to pick one.
You can pick as many as you want.
Pick as many as special
Just
mention.
make it as brief as you can.
Special mention to Alex, like my colleague said. But then I would also like to recognize Joseph Oyet from Events.
Yeah,
he has really stepped up.
I have not seen him drop a ball this season.
Yeah, and those two, they try at Kings Park. Yeah, we still remember it. So he has really done well this season, I would say.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's it with the league. We shall maybe conclude with predictions. But now just going into the schools league. As you can see, I'm putting on a Namiliango jersey in celebration of my team's performances over the weekend. Clean sweep for them. They had actually, the under 15 had a walkover. The under 17 won 24-0, and the under 20s were 45-6 winners. Now, London College was also able to win, and in its under 15, but against Makerere College in the under 17, they lost 7-0, and then they were able at least to salvage some glory in the under 20 with the 7-5 win. But I assume you're in Amiliango faithful.
Sure.
Where does your allegiance lie?
My allegiance lies in Budo. But then,
what is wrong? What happened? Why wasn't the game played?
There was an event at school, yeah, that was mentioned. So we're waiting for any day this week, and we shall host SMAC, and we shall see how it will go down.
What do you think your chances are against what was a very brutal SMAC team last season, I should say? Do you think you stand a chance, especially when they're coming to your home?
I think we do stand a chance, because our last game last season was against SMAC at Kings Park in the semi-final. It didn't go well, but I guess the boys have done their notes well, they've done their revision, and I expect good scores this time around to be a better performance.
Yeah, so gentlemen, it's been a very, very interesting conversation from both of you here and your insights, but I want us to conclude this with just a quick prediction of this weekend's games. We have Rams against Pirates, we have Warriors against Buffaloes, we have Mongas against the Rhinos, and we have the Hippos against the Heathens, where we have the Heathens traveling to Ginger. So Sam, I will start with you. Rams versus Pirates. What's your prediction? What do you think? Do you think Rams is going to do it again? Because actually it was an epic night at Legends. Cubs fans were so happy there was an open bar.
But of course, you see Pirates, they are very angry this time around. They are pissed, like, you're able to sneak. Okay, they didn't sneak. Okay, they sneaked a win against them. But yeah, they're coming back this time. I'm sure they are very pissed. So I'm sure they are going to just, I don't know, shred Rams around until...
Do you want to give us a score?
I think Pirates will win by 15 points.
By 15 points? Okay, do you want to predict on your game?
I would say it will be a 40-point game.
40 points.
Yeah, I'll cut off my hair and lose again.
You'll cut off your hair? I think we have all heard that. If the Pirates lose, Kappa Kimeze is cutting off his hair again. Cobbs Impis, let me start with you, since he said speak about Pirates.
Cobbs Impis, yeah. Impis will put up a good fight, but they'll just fall short.
Okay. What do you have to say about your team? Do we see an upset,
yes.
Resurgence?
Yes. If Cobbs was able to perform like that against Rhinos, then definitely Impis is going to win by at least 3 points. 3 points.
I cannot wait. Let's all be at Legends to witness this prediction, and maybe Summer has become the new oracle of the podcast. Warriors, Buffaloes, what do you have to say about that? Let's just peruse.
That's a nice one. I think that's the game of the weekend.
Yeah.
That's going to be a nice one. I can't really tell which side is going to win, but yeah, people, you should go and watch that game. It's going to be a nice one, because both teams are, that's like the battle for the middle log of the table. Like all teams are trying to, they're battling it out there. So it's a nice one. It can go either side. But I would go with Buffaloes to some extent because Warriors has become a bit reluctant. I know they have a bit switched off. But if they can come back and switch up this coming weekend, yeah.
I think it was a close game from the first round, and
Yeah.
I think the home advantage will suit the Warriors, and they'll be able to get the close win. Just going into the next one, Monga's Rhinos. Monga's was actually taken to the wire by Rams last weekend, but they were able to get the win. Rhinos had an improved game against the Cops. What do you think about this game? It's going to be in
Mongas is
Entebbe.
home. Mongas is home. They have a new pitch. It's hard to pull out a win at that pitch. I failed to get a bonus point there, but I think Mongas will defend it and Mongas will win.
Yeah, and finally, gentlemen, Hippos versus Heathens. Your team just lost to Hippos, and Heathens is unplayable at the moment. What do you have to say about that?
Hayden is just going to match through that one. It's going to be on a party. They're just enjoying their game, and of course, Hippos will try to put a few points on board, but of course, Hiddens is too much for them. They can't even come close. So I feel like that would be like a 30-point game. Yeah.
Heathens has a day out in Ginger, and their fans should expect 40 points on the plate. Onwards.
Okay. Well, thank you, gentlemen, for gracing us with your appearance here on the podcast. For everyone that's watching, thank you for being part of the podcast every week, and we hope to always make it better. But don't forget to follow Kratos Sports on every platform, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Subscribe on YouTube as well for very many shows that are coming up. But thank you for keeping it the Kratos Podcast. Let's talk rugby, and we are out.